So I've been thinking, the last few episodes of the Most Mediocre podcast, we've been delving into, we've been doing deep dives. We've been investigating topics. I think we're really breaking into a new frontier of investigative journalism. And for that reason, I think that the Mostly Mediocre podcast isn't just a podcast. It's more, I'd say it's a reputable source. I'd say we could classify us as a lecture.
Right, like a TED talk. Like we're TED. We're TED.
Yeah, like our name, Ted Harvard.
TED Harvard.
Deep Dives. Ted Harvard Deep Dives. That's the new name of this podcast, for lack of a better term.
I don't want to read it. We can't read it. This is the goodwill associated with this brand name. It's like we can't give that up. We change the name, we lose our client base.
Our
We lose
client
our
base.
we lose our everything. We lose
We
it
lose,
all.
we lose everything. What did it cost? Everything.
Everything they built.
They'll fall, and from the ashes of their world.
We'll build a better podcast.
Exactly.
Hey guys, welcome back to episode 11, double ones of
Double
the
one.
Mostly Mediocre, the Ted Harvard podcast. Intellectuals only. If you're not smart, that's okay, but you'll have to learn somewhere else.
You know what 11 is, Henry?
A number?
It's the magic number, the lucky number. So we're going to make a wish. Okay?
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Make a wish.
I wish that... Is there like a cap on Make-A-Wishes?
You can't wish for
Do
more
they ever
wish.
say no to the kids?
Can I make a wish to get like 10 brawly burly men to beat the shit out of you?
Yeah, like
Would
what are the
you allow me to
rules?
do that?
Do they give the kid like a rule book? Like you can't wish to hurt people.
You can't coerce
You can't wish for
indecent
world
relationships.
peace. Yeah, like I want to read the Make-A-Wish rule book.
Do they have a rule book?
They must have a rule book. You can't be an organization based on wishes and then because that's a if I'm a child and I want to make a wish, I want to go big. I'm not like, oh, I want to meet Johnny Depp.
You know what
No one wants to meet Johnny Depp.
Amber Heard does.
Amber Heard doesn't ever want to see Johnny Depp again, I think.
So, I was searching up the Make-A-Wish rulebook, and guess what the number 4 result is?
Make-A-Wish rulebook. Can I wish for John Cena? Yes.
No, it says fairlyoddparents.fandom.com, the rules.
Oh, well, those are the Fairly Odd Parents.
They're fairly odd.
They're fairy god. Yes, I know they're fairy godparents, but the show is called Fairly Odd Parents. Here's a joke I've been workshopping. Okay. So I say, I go and I say, some people say that women aren't funny, but they're wrong. I'm not funny.
Henry, we've told
So
you can't be an
let's think
incel.
about this, okay? If the crowd laughs, it's a good joke. If the crowd doesn't laugh, still a good joke. Think about that for a second.
What you're saying is
I'm playing both sides.
You're gonna go to some small town in the deep south, Bible Belt,
Macon, Alabama.
Macon, Alabama, and you're gonna say, "I believe in equality," and everyone's gonna cheer and applaud because they also believe in equality.
Well, yeah.
Oh, what were you thinking? Were you thinking I was gonna say something different?
I don't know.
Do you have something to say about the Deep South, Henry?
I've never been to the Deep South. I don't know what their character is like.
I mean, we have our bit where you give a small town, the Deep South, a bad name. So if we can infer from that you committing a horrific act would be enough to give a small town in the deep south a bad name. But where's the starting point?
Yeah.
Is this a karma based system? Do we need to chart towns? Like where would Houston, Texas be rated in the tier list of towns and
Well,
cities?
Houston's like a city, right?
Yeah.
It's like the capital of Texas. So, you know,
So
they're
you'd say it's
probably
like a B tier city.
I think it's
Because if we're
I'm
thinking
sure
about the
it's an
entire
okay
world,
city.
like
Yeah.
I'd say B's okay. Like we don't need a city that's too like I don't think it's good enough to warrant A tier. There's a lot of cities.
You ever looked at a list of like the largest cities? Because a lot of them, it's like, oh, New York, Tokyo, but then like literally like I think like a quarter of them are like cities in China that I've never heard of, and they have
I'm
like tens of millions of people.
I mean there's a lot of people living there. 1.3 billion. India has 1.1.
Well, who's counting?
Facts. I mean, we all know there's a big contingent of people that China doesn't count as citizens within their territory.
Do you think China counts Taiwan in their population counts?
I'm fairly certain they do. I'm pretty sure they count Taiwan. I was thinking more about certain groups that they don't look upon
Well,
favorably.
they probably still count them.
No, but
I don't know. It's
that
got
grant
to
them
be
legitimacy as
tough to do
citizens.
it. It's got to be tough to do a census there.
I mean, I know I was reading, and in India, like for voting, they have like a rule where there has to be a voting poll for wherever anyone's living. So sometimes like the like magistrates, not magistrates isn't the right term, but like the bureaucrats who go around to like count votes and collect them. Sometimes they have to like go through like forests and mountains just to get to like one or two people.
Oh, well, that's good of them. That's nice.
And we got America where they're just going to dismantle voting machines.
Oh, didn't you hear? The Postmaster General DeJoy promised to postpone the changes to the United States Postal Service.
Uh huh.
That's big news. Until after the election.
Mm-hmm.
It'll rip out the mailboxes again.
You'll rip them out.
Yeah, have you been watching the Democratic National Convention? I know you're a politics guy.
Honestly, I have had time for nothing. I haven't
Yeah,
really been following it that closely.
something more important than Joe Biden, sweet Joe Biden, whispering
Yeah,
sweet nothings in my ear.
there's a lot of things better than just having Joe Biden come up to you in the dead of night
Do you think
and
I could
whisper
think
in
that's
your ear.
is that a make a
Would you
wish I
like
could do?
a hey? Would you like a boy's toy? He will just say that to you, and you'll say no. Joe Biden. I would most definitely not like a boy's toy. I'm I am 19, and I don't want a McDonald's
Yeah,
Happy Meal with a boy's toy.
I feel like I could trust Joe Biden, but I could never fully trust him. You know,
You
what's he
don't.
hiding? Something. I know it. Behind that facade and those veneers, what is he hiding?
I mean, for all we know, he's hiding scales.
Have you heard of the? We're really off topic. Do we don't have like a topic today. We're just gonna
We
ramble.
we had a topic, but we decided that we wanted further.
Yeah, we want
We're
to
an academic
research.
source.
Yeah,
We're blowing the lid on the big mouse. We
I'll
like
give
rats, but
you.
we hate mice.
We we'll eat rats, but
Stuart
we won't
Little
eat.
will beat the shit out of him.
I will. That's not a fair fight. I want to get like an actual rat to fight Stuart Little.
I don't. Okay, here's the thing. Stuart Little, he uses that to his advantage,
Yeah,
and
He's a little tricky guy, isn't he? He might just he might befriend the rat. He might promise the rat something to get
mhm,
us.
he's calculating, and we can't
He
trust him. He's gonna mouse his way out of there.
little mousy boy.
A little mousy boy.
So here's what I was saying. So my morning routine, I get up at like 7. and then I go up. I shower. I put
Mm-hmm.
my contacts in. I go upstairs. I make some coffee, and then while my coffee is getting ready, I I do two things. I either check like the morning newsletter from like the news,
Mm-hmm.
or I look at Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
which are two very different sides of news, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, I go on the New York Times and they tell me about, changes in the world, like
Mm-hmm.
the corona,
The Rona
the
season.
Rona, schooling, the obviously the election, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I go on Twitter and it's like Ben Shapiro word by word singing the lyrics to WAP WAP, which very two different styles of news. I think and I think that's
Mm-hmm.
really interesting that like there's just because you can get like obvious. I mean, what even is news, right? Is it like just the pure facts, or is it the interpretation of those facts? Because you can tell me something like you can tell me that there's been a deal between Israel and the UAE, but
Mm-hmm.
what does that mean? Like, why is that important, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why it's so nuanced, right?
Mm-hmm. Like for me, like the news like sources that I personally follow when I look at the news, it's like Deutsche Welle, France 24. I feel like I prefer a lot more like the internationally based news.
Okay.
Al Jazeera is a good one. I do follow the
Yeah.
international New York Times, but I don't know. I'm
Yeah. I use the Financial Times. I think they're pretty good for. It's obviously more financial news, but they're a
yeah.
London-based. Uh,
Wow,
is
London, Ontario,
no the other one, the the worst one,
the worst one.
London, London, England.
London of England.
Oh, it's been a long day.
It's been a long day. It's been a long couple of weeks. So it's been what, 2 weeks since we did the last episode?
I
What's
know.
changed, Henry? What's changed?
I just I don't know. You
Y-
ever how do you buy clothes? What's your like method? What's your like not like how do you purchase it, but what is your system for getting clothes?
I, funnily enough, I actually do have to get new clothes. So I don't know. I don't buy clothes too often. I've only bought clothes online like a couple of times.
Right.
And
Uh, one
what?
thing I've learned about myself is that I hate shopping for jeans.
Oh yeah, the
There's
worst.
nothing. So what I did, I've had an epiphany. I'm like, every year I do the same thing. I'll get like, a fresh pair of jeans, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll wear them to death for a year, and then I'll get new ones. And I always go out and I always look for new jeans. And it's like, oh, these ones don't feel like my old ones, right? Because you get used to them. So what I did is I looked at my existing pair of jeans, I got the
Mm-hmm.
name, I got the size, and I bought the exact same ones.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I
Yeah.
know what I like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to waste time looking. And they're on sale. It was like 75% off. So, you
Mm-hmm.
know, boom, that's a deal. I made the deal. I brokered it.
Mm-hmm.
I bought it, I sold it, I flipped it, I renovated it, I listed it, I delisted it, it's up, it's down, it's sold. I bought it. Profit.
You sold yourself to get jeans, is what you're saying.
I won't,
You sold yourself to capitalism.
every purchase is unethical.
Like here's like what I do to get jeans, right? So, like my like weight and body and everything's like fluctuated over the past couple of years. Like that's in like grade 11. I think I was like a size 32, 34 for jeans.
Sure. Yeah.
And then, but in like first year, I was like a size like 27, 28.
Oh, wow.
So like I'm not sure what size fits me, you know? So like recently, last time I bought jeans, I got like a size like 28 or so. Like that's a decent size. 29. But then I have like long legs, so it's like, okay, so I need to find like a size 29 and then like a 32 or like a 34 because I'm like, okay, so like how long should I have these? And then it just gets more stressful because then it's like, okay, now I can get like athletic fit, which makes them like a bit like more flexible and like bigger around the thighs and everything. Or I can
Right.
get
Yeah.
normal. And I got athletic, but now I feel like it makes my ass look flatter.
I've heard that people who like, like lift more, like
Mm-hmm.
people who do a lot of weight stuff is like they find it tough to buy jeans because it's like the upper quads are like so tight and they'll have like these like sort of like looser calf area and it's just like tough to get them.
Mm-hmm. Which, which is like why like it was kind of cool that like American Eagle had like the athletic fit, but at the
Right,
same
yeah.
time like only now is like my knee like my body stopped failing me, so I'm finally starting to like lift more in the legs and stuff. So I haven't like experienced the struggle yet.
Okay, I see. I hear you. Yeah, I've always been a fan of like I don't like pants that don't fit fit well to the body.
Mm-hmm.
I like pants that are like, you know, contoured in a way.
Yeah, so you like skinny jeans?
Yeah. Like not like skinny where it's like I'm showing off a little too much, but
Mm-hmm.
skinny in terms of like, or like slim where it's like it shapes well. It's like, it follows like the shape of my leg, right?
But at the
Which I don't
same
know.
time, you like to roll like your jeans up to like halfway up your shins.
I don't it's not halfway, it's just like how it looks.
Like okay, so for it was Henry's birthday 2 weeks ago, pretty much. Well, last
It
week.
was 5 days ago.
Okay, well, time holds nothing on. Like I said, 2 weeks, and I opened up the calendar. I'm like, holy shit, it's the 20th. That's not 2 weeks ago, but
It's not ago.
it was 5 days ago, give or take.
All right.
And I show up to Henry's house at like the dead of night. I
12
bike.
a.m. on the dot.
I it was like a minute or two afterwards. I took
It
the wrong
was on the
turn.
dot. It was
It
on
was
the
like
dot.
pitch black, like
There's no
by his
lights
house.
where I live.
So I'm like biking, and I didn't get hit by a car, as you can tell with me being here.
Yeah.
I didn't die a horrific death by vehicular manslaughter, vehicular means. You know, I
Yeah.
am. Anyway, so I come up to Henry's and I say, Henry, come out. I'm outside your house. And we talk for a little bit. And for his birthday, his girlfriend, Michelle, a little bit weird, that one.
Hey, don't say that.
Well, I didn't say that was a bad thing. I just said, objectively speaking, it makes sense.
What are you talking
Your
about?
connection with her, it makes sense.
What are you saying about my mother? She would
Well,
raise a weird child?
well, I wouldn't say your mother, wonderful lady, Trey, love her, but you're the problem.
Not a problem.
Tell,
I'm a good
say
boy.
that 3 times real fast.
I'm not a problem. I'm not a problem. I'm not a problem.
Hey, Henry,
Maybe I am the problem.
Henry,
Yeah?
shut the fuck up.
All right, don't swear on my
I didn't
podcast.
mean that. I didn't mean that.
Don't curse. I'm gonna interrupt you quickly. I always hate the term cuss. Or curse. Or don't curse. Or cuss. I hate the word cuss so
It
much.
just sounds so similar to puss.
It sounds so juvenile. Mummy.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan was cussing. He was cussing. It's like, Jonathan.
Mm-hmm.
What? I just can't. Okay, sorry. Back to you. Back to you.
But what we did is that Michelle compiled a video of like his friends. I didn't know he had that many friends when he watched the video, but his
Yeah, yeah.
friends wishing him happy birthday, and me, George, and Ethan, we decided to make a little video where George and I were caricatures of Henry,
Yeah.
dressed as him, and we pied each other in the face. Oh, and some of the things that we noted is that Henry will always have like his Western lanyard saying he's from Ivy. He'll always have his sleeve, like his ankles on his jeans rolled up halfway up his legs, always wearing a flannel and a backwards cap. And
Yeah, I think I got backwards hat, flannel, ivy, jeans rolled. Was that the four ones? Is that what defines me as a person, as a human being,
yeah,
an
yeah,
individual?
that's all it is. And rats. We had the rat thing that
Rats.
Ethan
I
edited
do
at the
like
end.
rats a lot. I mean, you're not wrong in those five things,
And I'd say if, let's say, we're recreating humanity from the very beginning,
right?
and I'm God, I'm here, I'm making Henry McMahon. I take those five things, put it in like one of those kitchen compost bins,
Right.
throw some flesh in there, mix it around, let it sit for a little while, and we got Henry.
That's actually what my gestation was like.
Your mother put a
Yeah.
essence of rat, some rolled up jeans and everything into like a kitchen compost bin, and then like kept it outside for like 9 months
Yeah, I was like
in the
a
snow and rain,
homunculus.
and Henry emerged out from there
Yeah.
crying from the womb whence he came.
It's like the Matrix, but I'm like the only dude with like clothes on. And I like get out of the pod like, ugh. Got a backwards hat on.
But like I think I was proud about the video we made.
Yeah, I
We
thought it was great. I was moved by it. I was brought to my knees.
Oh, you shouldn't say that.
That's the term.
You're brought to your knees.
Everyone says that.
But like the thing about the video was that so George and I were making the video. It took us like 20 minutes to find pie tins in like the nearby grocery store. And then we bought whipped cream. I've never bought whipped cream before, so I don't know like how much was in it. So what we do is we set up my camera on the tripod in like George's backyard. We put like the pie in the cream in the pie tins. And first we have like a practice run with no cream in the pie tins. I'm like, okay, so we're ready. We look at
Wait,
the
so you
video.
just
It all
smacked
looks
each
fine.
other in the face with pie tins?
Yeah.
No.
And then we rehearsed our lines a couple times, and then we said, okay, we're ready. And then we start putting the whipped cream in the pie tins, and we very quickly realized that we barely filled both of them before the whipped cream ran out, which is a scam because like a whipped cream can is so big and it has like no cream in it.
Well, it's like liquid in there. Or is it couldn't be whipped in there already, right?
I'm not sure.
What
Like,
is in a whip? Let's stab one to see what happens. Cut it open.
yeah, yeah,
What
let's
would
do
happen?
that.
I guess it's under pressure, right?
uh,
I mean, how do you make whipped cream? You just get heavy cream and you just whip it, right?
mm-hmm.
What a dumb question. How do you
uh,
make whipped cream?
mm-hmm.
What are some other like self-explanatory like foods? A baked potato,
Baked sweet potato,
a fried egg.
uh, fried rice.
Don't just piggyback off of mine. Have some.
No, okay. Milkshake,
Yeah,
ice cream.
grilled cheese. I don't think grilled cheese is kind of ice cream.
Grilled
Maybe
cheese. Grilled cheese
it doesn't
has,
mention the bread, so that's like
yeah.
an issue.
Ice cream. It makes sense because you just need like some heavy cream. Like you can make it just
No,
heavy
I
cream,
think
put it in like an ice bowl, and
frozen
like whip it.
yogurt is more.
I think. But then, what is yogurt? You don't know what yogurt is though.
But no, we're
Because
not.
you're saying yogurt is made from milk, and then frozen yogurt is frozen yogurt. So I think there's too many steps, and it's too far removed to be its own like
Okay,
individual
okay,
thing.
okay. How about uh? It's a terrible bit.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say like why how our quality's really. I felt like last episode was like cohesive,
We
and
had
I
like a
think
structure. I mean, we're just gonna have some of those days, right?
yeah, I think we need to go back to like our days of experiment, our days of comedy. You
Yeah,
know,
we should. Yeah, we're not funny anymore.
our
We've
I'd
lost our charm.
say we were creative back in summer or winter of grade 12, practicing the school play. We're artsy. We're reading
Yeah,
Hemingway, Wallace Stevens.
I still read.
I still read. I'm reading Homegoing by Gyazi. Really good book. Highly
Yeah,
recommend.
I'll check
Um,
it out. I'll add it to my stack of literature.
of which you still haven't read my suggestion from first year.
Literally get me a copy because I couldn't find it at this bookstore.
Okay.
Like every time I forget. I can't get it. I've already started. Like I bought this
I've
book.
recommended The Name of the Wind to Henry for the past 2 years now, and
I
this
read
fool.
I read the Shadow of the Wind. That's something.
And I just feel insulted. I feel
Don't be
insulted.
insulted. Just be happy that I would even consider it.
You know what Henry has considered? And what Henry is? He's a gamer. We have like a little bit of an announcement we're doing in the middle of this podcast.
Yeah. What's our
Um,
announcement? Hit him with it.
we're gonna be doing something that requires less intellectual thought, less research, less creativity. We're gonna be playing some horror games together.
Right.
We're expanding our base. You know, we're a business, and if there's anything that I'm good at, that's running a business.
Yeah.
What am I?
I'm not a businessman. I'm a business man.
Like, here's the thing, Henry. He's an Ivy, but has he ever succeeded in anything related to business? I won at Shad Cup Queens. You know, I've had a successful business plan and pitch. What's Henry had?
You want
Henry,
it, Chad Cup Queens?
Okay, I won it. I won at my Shad campus, and then I won an award at the John Dobson Entrepreneurship Cup, the final cup.
Chad Cup? Chad.
Shad.
Yeah, we're saying the same thing. Chad.
Lesotho. But I'd say for all the Henry, this caricature of like a human. He's not a human, but he's made in the image of a human. For all this man has.
Whoa,
Does that mean?
I think so.
I mean in the
I'm not
best
a.
way
I'm not.
possible.
I'm just like a. I'm not even a person. I
You're
just look like. I just look like a person.
I mean, here's the thing. Can you prove demonstrably that you're a person? Demonstrably.
I can't even prove that I am.
Oh. Fuck, you live like this?
Um, Here's a business idea. So we had this project for one of my classes, right? It's like, make a business plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to determine like whether or not it's like a feasible business plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we had a class. We had, I think, 10 groups in our class.
Mm-hmm.
And of those 10 groups, ours was the only one that, it's not bad to be a not feasible project.
In
'Cause
feasibility.
you're just trying to prove if it's feasible or not. You have to like show why. And so
Mm-hmm.
ours was the only one that wasn't feasible, and the 9 others were all, oh yeah, totally feasible. One company I remember very distinctly, it was this edible cutlery and bowls,
That
and
is
they
so.
and
Sorry, go ahead.
they had like, I guess all they did was they're just gonna resell it because they imported it from like China, I think. And
Mm-hmm.
so I tried some because they passed it around, and literally this stuff was like rock solid. You would break your teeth if you tried to eat it.
But like, why would you eat your cutlery?
I guess it's like it's less waste, but then again, I think it's like for single, instead of like a single use paper bowl or like a plastic bowl, you would just have this thing so it could like be disposed of.
But then why don't you just
I don't know.
have a reusable bowl?
I guess because you have to
Okay.
laminate like paper bowls, but like it's not edible. It's like it almost broke my teeth, I think.
Were these yuppies? Tell me right now. Were these some millennial yuppies?
No, they're just people you're my age and your age.
Our age? Of course. I'm gonna be a boomer real quick. I'm a boomer. Okay.
Get into it.
Our society not good. Not
Society
good.
Society bad. I remember when football
You remember when? What do you remember about football, Henry?
Football good.
Football good, everything bad.
Football good. Wife bad.
Well, I'm gonna tell Michelle you said that.
No iPhone.
iPhone, iPad, iPod, I paid.
Yeah. Now here's the thing they don't want to tell you about Apple. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even sell them.
What do you mean they don't even sell them?
Apples.
Oh, I I really didn't think you were that fucking stupid.
I'm not stupid.
Oh no, okay, I didn't mean silly. Sorry, I did not mean that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I am
Here's the
pretty.
thing.
I'm
I
pretty silly. I'm a little quirky. A little quirky. Yeah, you know.
I think that sometimes I come across what I say the wrong way.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm the nicest person I know,
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
and I know a lot of a lot of people.
Yeah.
I've never not said anything nice.
I'm worried I have like a resting like mean face, you know? I've been
Uh
told
huh.
if I'm like if I don't have an expression on my face that I just look angry. And I don't like that. So like I don't want to be walking around. I don't want someone to think, "Oh, this guy's mad." You know?
Uh
Cuz
huh.
I'm not mad. Maybe I am mad, but I'm usually not mad.
Like I
Maybe I
don't.
should
Here's
just
the thing.
smile at everybody.
And then you
Like
can
a
get arrested because you already look like a criminal.
It's not a crime to smile, you know?
Says Henry
I'll
after
s-
his,
I'll say to the I'll say, "Officer, is it a crime to smile?"
and then
That's
officer says, "Sir, this is your 12th allegation."
a smiling. I'll fight
No,
that. I'll take that all the way to the court.
but here's the thing. Like I don't know like how I look when I'm like neutral. Because another thing is like I think we talked about this before, but like I don't have an internal dialogue, so I don't really think.
What?
Like, do you talk to yourself in your head?
I talk to myself out loud. You don't think? What do you mean you don't? Whoa, 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 whoa. What?
Like, do you talk like when you're just by yourself? Do you like how do you imagine stuff? Like, do you
I
have a conversation in your head, like a dialogue, an internal
Yeah,
dialogue?
I'm always thinking, I think.
I
I'm not
don't
I'm not
I
like talking to myself, but I just think. I'm thinking thoughts.
and in like verbal form.
Yeah.
I don't have that. Like, I don't have an internal
What
dialogue.
do you see? Like pictures or just
Kind
like
of like
abstract ideas?
it'll be like an
Can you can,
abstract idea.
can you think
Sometimes a photo or like a
can you think a sentence?
like I have to like very consciously like try and talk to myself in my head to be able to do it.
What happens when you read in your head? Do you hear anything?
Kind of, not really. I just like register the word.
Oh, now you got me thinking about like how weird it is that we can like think in our heads. Oh,
Like I it's so like I never really
who's
thought
in there? Hello? Get out of my head, you know? Hello?
like everyone talks about like how they're like talking to themselves. I'm like, you guys are like talking to yourselves? I never like figured out until like this past year where I'm like, holy shit, like I just like if I'll be looking at something, I'll just be like staring at it. I don't like think
Oh,
anything. I don't like
so
talk to myself about it.
your head's like really empty.
Yeah.
No thoughts.
No thoughts. But it's
So
also things
if
like the human
someone
brain is so weird because like there's like another thing like did you know that like the color blue didn't like it was like quote unquote invented?
Yeah, like the word for blue?
Yeah, and like the concept of the color blue.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
like
yeah,
there's a
yeah.
thing where there's no like literature of any sort of color blue before the
Yeah.
Egyptians had created the dye, right?
Wasn't there like the in like the Odyssey? Didn't Homer like describe the sea as like wine,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
purple?
I too read
Yeah.
Reddit. It was a very interesting thing. Like I started like reading about that a lot because it was like they described it as wine, and they're saying that how they went to some like primitive societies, and what they did is they showed the color blue alongside the color green.
And they just couldn't
They couldn't register it.
express that it was different. Yeah.
Yeah, like they didn't see it was
Wow.
different. But I think I once again, like, my break was ending at work, and so I was like, I couldn't quite finish it. But I
Right.
think they were talking about something along the lines of like, although they couldn't see it, they couldn't like register as blue. They could register the differences between the shades a lot
That's
more
interesting.
clearly.
Yeah, I guess it's like a
I
learned
don't.
thing. But
Yeah,
you're getting back. So if you're like just sitting there and you're like doing nothing, and someone says, "Oh, what are you thinking about?" and you say nothing, you like literally mean it.
yeah. No, like straight up.
Wow.
Or, like sometimes I'll like be thinking like photos or like in like a movie sort of thing where like I'm imagining the events happening. Like I don't
How
like
do
talk.
how do you like format like so if you're getting ready like to say something like do you have to like say it to yourself or like what do you do?
Like I have to very, very, very deliberately like think of what I'm gonna say, which is why like it takes me like I have to like prepare a lot for stuff, presentations and stuff, because like the moment I stop consciously thinking about what I'm gonna say, it just disappears.
Do you have a tough time like with a new language like translating in your head? Like if you were gonna like do
Sometimes
some French stuff and you were to hear like a sentence in French, like how what would your process be to like understand that?
I feel like for like language and stuff, I kind of like register it like the word visually instead. Like I'll like
Oh,
instead of, like thinking about like the word spelt out instead of
oh,
like actually the word itself.
what? Holy shit!
I don't know how to just explain it because like it's something I don't think about. So like I don't even know if I'm like, explaining how I like
Yeah,
imagine it right.
I've heard there's people who can't like picture like objects in their head.
Uh huh.
Like they can't think of what like an apple looks like in their head.
Uh huh.
Can you do that? Can you like imagine like a red apple like right now?
I can't tell if I can. Like I don't know.
Well, I mean like is
Like I can kind of like think about the shape, but I can't like
like if you close your eyes, can you like see like an apple?
not really.
Oh, so you got like nothing. It's
Dude,
nothing in there.
I got like nothing.
It's like
Which is
Pong in there. It's just pong, pong,
boom
pong.
boom. I mean, I guess that explains
And
like why
one
I
day
always listen to
it'll
music because like
and
you always see me like when we're at home, like when we were
yeah
back
and
we're domestic back last year. Like I'd always be
yeah
listening to music because it's like something to just like think about when I'm like doing nothing.
right. So someday in this Pong game, it'll just like you'll miss, and that'll be it.
Yeah,
That's it. Lights out.
lights out.
Holy shit, that's crazy. Literally,
'Cause I'm
that's
still trying to think of like a fucking apple right now because I like know what an apple is, but I can't like think of like a red apple. I don't know.
wow. Well,
Yeah,
that really is.
I'm tripping out right now. I mean,
Well, you
like,
just made me like question like it's because I guess it is kind of weird. You can like say words in your head and like think things.
mm-hmm.
I
Like,
wish my head was empty.
you wish your head was empty? I can make it empty.
Scoop it out.
Say less.
Say the word. Get the like ice cream scoop and like
I was thinking more like a lobotomy.
suck my brain out with a straw.
The best way, honestly.
But like you open it up, you put like one of those like cake batter mixes, like the mixers, like the
Mm-hmm.
you just go put that on high for a few minutes and then just get the straw.
Mm-hmm.
That's a milkshake.
Like, okay,
Call that a
here
brainstorm.
here's the thing, okay? What do you if you were had to get eaten, you're gonna be cannibalized. How do you want to be prepared? How do you want your like brain to be prepared?
My brain?
Yeah, if someone's gonna eat it, like how would you think that you'd feel respected? Would you be fine with someone using sriracha? No
I was like,
sriracha?
my brain?
Yeah. Do you want
I
them to
don't
make them
know.
to Jello?
Is brain good?
I don't
I
know.
think you're supposed to eat it like as it is, right?
I know, like
Maybe like smoked.
there's this like
that
one
that'd
story
be good.
where
Smoked.
like a cartel had like a restaurant. It was like a small like food stall, And then turns out what they'd be doing is they'd like take the bodies like people they'd kill and they dispose of them by making it into food and then selling it.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, imagine like taking like everyone you know out to go eat at like this cool like hipster like food stall. It's like niche, no one really knows about it.
It was expensive there.
I mean,
Imagine like being charged like a lot of money to eat something. I
speaking of
guess.
eating somebody, I got a question for you here. Okay, hypothetically,
Mm-hmm.
if you were gonna lose all the toes in one of your feet, which foot would you lose your toes on? Your left or right? You'd have
Right.
no toes on the foot. Why your right foot?
My left leg's my leading leg.
See, I asked Alex that question earlier today, and he said he chose his left foot. And he didn't say because it was his leading leg. He said it's because he puts most of his weight on his left foot. So I think I need to do an academic study and like ask people, like left and right-handed people, which foot they choose. Because I
Well,
feel like it's gonna be obvious.
because if I were to throw a ball, I mean, I need both toes. Huh, that's a
Because
tough
like
one
for
actually.
me, like my leading foot is always my left foot.
Well, we're symmetrical, so like both are important, right? Man,
Uh,
I don't know. I think it wouldn't matter. I guess I just pick right because I assume it'd make a bigger difference than the left. But obviously, like it would be bad both ways.
mm-hmm. Like I know I'd probably choose my left foot, even though, or my right foot, even though my left foot's like my worst leg. I don't know. I just feel like I use my left foot more. Does that make sense?
Yeah, what are you doing with your foot, you freak?
Hopscotch.
No.
Like, why can't we? Okay, see
No,
hopscotch.
wait, no, no,
Why
no,
can't
wait.
we?
What
Why can't
even
we?
is? No, 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 wait. What even is hopscotch hard? I've never understood it. You just go 1, 2 out. You go 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. What exactly am I supposed to be impressed by? You just go
Coordination.
no. You just go hop, 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 hop. That's not tough. I can
You also go
hop.
back though.
I can. Anyone can do that. Am I supposed to be impressed by like someone jumping on 1 foot? It's not that tough.
Henry, are we gonna have to play hopscotch and record it for the podcast now?
But how do you play hop? Can you win? Is it a game? Like who teaches? First of all, I need to like I've never got this. You know, like the traditions that like kids know, like they've known, like that I was doing in school,
Super S.
kids do now. Why is that so like timeless? Why do kids know like the same like funny songs like oh the Batmobile lost a wheel? Why do people know that still?
And like I don't remember much of it.
Do
Like
things
here's the
get
thing.
like phased out? Like how does this happen? Who's teaching them this?
I-
I don't remember ever learning that.
Like
Is
is
it
it
just
like
like
some
passed
kid?
down
Like here's the thing.
upper grades? Is just like the link?
I
I
think it
don't
might
know.
be of a link, but it's also like imagine you're just like like a second grader and you move into like a new classroom and you're like looking around in the desk and you see a super S like carved into the wood. I think it's like that sort of thing where they're seeing their forefathers.
Oh, I did the S backwards.
But like it's like these childhood games. Like why can't we bring them back? Like can we play some fucking Foursquare?
Foursquare is awesome, dude.
I don't remember it, but I just remember really fucking liking it.
Oh, there
Can
was
we play
also
Capture the Flag?
there was
I
one
really want
version
to play
of
Capture the Flag.
Foursquare. It was like so you're in a square and then like you go up, like you
Mm-hmm.
rotate up. So there's like a king. It's like Jack, Queen, King, Ace, and
Mm-hmm.
it's something like how you rotate. So like if you
Mm-hmm.
get someone out, you get to like take their place or rotate or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot how it worked, but that was a good game. It's like the game where you kind of bounce the ball into the place and you have to bounce it out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was good.
Like there's just so many games that we don't play anymore, and I think we should. Like,
Yeah, just
can
don't.
we have
Well,
Like we could
hopscotch.
abolish war. We could abolish war by playing capture the flag. Tell me we
Yeah.
can't. It makes
Uh,
sense.
yeah. Okay. I would. I mean, what happens to the losing team?
Uh, summary execution.
Okay.
Well, okay, you're saying nothing has to happen. That's just your dispute. You know, like does it have? Does anything bad have to happen? You don't get the flag. That's it.
Yeah.
No flag for you.
You don't get Alsace Lorraine.
Imagine that World War II is just figured out this way. You
No
get.
Sudetenland for you.
I
Yeah, for sure.
don't know. There's just like really capture the flag just has to be a thing.
I mean,
Apparently, there's like this one university. I can't remember its name, and they have like up to 1,000 man capture the flag games in like the city or some shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
but
Hello?
even then, like, how do you even like? I don't know. That's
They apparently
crazy.
communicate with their phones on like Teams, and it's like, holy shit, that just sounds fun.
Yeah, I mean, there's like you need like a military style hierarchy, right?
Uh huh.
'Cause you can't just have like 500 people just like chilling, like running out, doing whatever, you know?
Mm hmm.
I don't know. That sounds crazy. What was that? What was I thinking about?
Mm hmm.
Childhood games. Did you ever like what were those like great websites like Addicting Games, Mini Clip?
Oh, mm hmm. Mini clip addicting games.
I
Cool
think
math games.
I never went on Cool Math
Cool
Games.
math. Was it cool math?
Mini Clip I found had like lots of good ones. Remember those old like
Congregate.
Congregate, yeah. Oh, what was that? Oh, what was those other ones? Oh, yeah, those were great, man. And
Like,
like they're all still up. Like I'm pretty sure like everything there is like still up.
I think Congregate was closing or something because I was really sad. Okay, so in like middle school, Alex and I played this. Oh yeah, Congregate's finally shutting down. Oh, to new titles, and it's shutting down its social services.
Yeah.
But like I remember, there's this one game Alex and I played for like a fuck ton of time. Not a fuck ton, for like a very specific period of time when you were younger, and it was called Dueling Blades. If
All
anyone
right.
else has played this game, please contact us.
Oh,
This
did you
game
ever?
was fun as fuck, but it just disappeared one day, and I was the saddest person
Oh,
ever.
there was this game. I don't think I ever played that one. It was like this sort of like it was like a war game, and it was like two opposing sides, and you sort of leveled your units up through like the ages. So like
Age of
Stone Age.
Empires.
No, no, it was like a flash game. It was like
Oh, I know
you
what you're talking
start
about.
you start in like the Stone Age, then you go like
Hmm.
medieval, then you go like I don't know, like early, like muskets and stuff. Then you go to like machine guns, then you go to like modern, then you go to like the future, and it was like, oh, what was that game called?
Dude, I literally know which one you're talking about. God, and it pains me that I don't know its name. It's like how much stuff is lost to the ages. I remember when I was young, I really liked those tower defense games, and I remember this very specific one, which was set in like a school, and you played in like a treehouse, and that's all I remember. But I just remember that shit being fun as fuck.
Right, yeah. And now it's all just like IO games.
It's like, can we become a dedicated? Screw the podcast ending. We're becoming like an addicting games
Yeah, we're just gonna
like
play Flash
YouTube
games.
gaming channel. Like, let's
Dude,
bring back Flash. Just
what
think,
the hell was this game?
like the Impossible Quiz.
Oh, I'm
Like,
looking right at it. Yeah.
let's fucking do the Impossible Quiz. You know, we're gonna win. We're what 19, 20. God, that was loud. But like, we're 19 years old, 20 years old. I think we can do the Impossible Quiz, hands down, easy.
Yeah, we'll do an impossible quiz speed run.
Impossible Quiz speedrun, any percent glitchless.
80% glitchless. Yeah, for sure.
Infectionator. Oh my god, that's a good game.
Dude, what the hell is this game?
God,
This is
I
gonna bug
just
me. I gotta like here. Let's like look at the styles. Action. It's like an action game.
like
I
God,
shouldn't do this right now. I can do this later. But
like
like,
I I I'm facing my mortality. My mortality that I'm never gonna get the time where flash games are the greatest thing. Today I have like okay, I have like a pretty big Steam library now. I have games and stuff, but they just don't feel the same as going up to addictinggames.com and loading up some random flash game, just trying it out. You
yeah,
know,
because most of them are awful.
most of them are awful, but when you get the good ones, you're in for a treat. And I think one like the good things about it too is because nowadays everything's so documented. You know, like the best path to do so and so,
Oh, did I just find it?
but it's like if you played a flash game, you only really knew what would happen if your friends had played it. You know,
Right.
like I don't think anyone like actually made gameplay. I think like the biggest flash game that really existed was like Happy Wheels. That's when it gained like its most like
Oh, that
highest
was big.
popularity.
I forgot about that game. That game was like pretty cool too, right?
Like no one talks about it anymore, but that was the thing that everyone played.
Yeah, I want to talk about it. That is, I think I found it. I think it's called Age of War.
That's it. Oh my god, yes, Age of War.
Oh, oh, it's loud. I guess.
Like
Oh, that's it. I'm gonna
god.
play this one done.
And
Oh
it,
man,
it's like it's not good, but
no, it's awesome. What
it's
are you talking about? I'm
no,
sorry.
I'm
I'm
saying
gonna
like
play it and it's gonna suck so bad. But
I'm
like,
saying like it's objectively not good, but like the childhood innocence of it just made it so perfect. God. I'm just gonna be depressed as shit. I'm gonna be like lying in bed, just crying myself to sleep.
no, don't cry.
I'll shit in your.
Just
I'm gonna bike over to Henry's house again. I'm gonna shit on his front doorstep. Put him in
yeah,
his place.
just dry heave for hours. All
God,
right. I don't know. I
I
think
don't know.
I'm out of ideas.
We're out of ideas. We really improv this one. We realized that the Disney one we didn't want to fuck it up.
Yeah.
We need to do it. We need to do it at service. You
My
know.
plan to address or to talk about Walter Disney turns out nothing we now think about him is true. So that doesn't help.
I'm pretty much virtually making stuff up, and I wouldn't say I'm
Well, no,
lying.
we're a
I'm saying
factual, intellectual
alternative facts.
podcast. Yeah, I'm gonna, it's a different narrative. Oh,
Uh
it's a
huh.
different side of the same coin. You know,
Mm-hmm.
some are on the heads, the tail. We're on the rim.
The rim. Where here's the thing:
We're a
society
different coin.
repressing. We're being repressed as society. Here's the thing: they want you to have an internal dialogue. Me not having one, that's my greatest gift.
Yeah, he can't. No, you're like that's no. You can't have an opinion, which makes you a centrist.
I have an opinion, and my opinion is that everything shall fall.
You can't even like think of your political position.
I can though.
What is it? You don't know. Think. You can't.
I can think.
Exactly. You can't think. Head empty. Nothing in
I
there.
think that the one thing we should do is have politicians fight,
I
duel.
I think that politicians should be like live streamed every like all their like video and audio 24/7 for like ultimate accountability.
Trump, stop calling me chat. My name's David. Have you seen that meme? It's like Ninja. Stop calling me chat. My name's David or whatever the fuck. I love it. Like, can we name our kid Chat? Will you name your kid Chat?
Thank you for the bits.
What?
Thank you for the bits.
Thank you for the bits. The bits.
Uh,
Uh huh. I
thank you for
think.
the bits.
I think we should like not overstay our welcome here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no one's here. I mean,
No one's here.
did you check this Spotify? We have like listeners from like Oh, what was it? It was like some country. It wasn't where we are.
It wasn't where we are. That's very descriptive, Henry.
Well, don't talk to me.
I didn't mean it like that.
Let me pull it up. Just the last thing. It was, where is it? Argentina.
We have an Argentinian.
Yeah,
Argentinian.
Argentine,
Argentinian?
Argentinian,
Argentinian. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Argentinian.
Like, I
Hey,
am just.
great job losing those Falkland Islands, losers.
Wait, what if. Remember when he talked
Did
about
they
Hitler?
lose? Did they lose them? Did they lose?
Hey, Henry.
Yeah.
If you consider that
Oh no.
Mecha Hitler could be our listener.
It's Mecha Hitler.
Oh,
And we also
God.
have 1% from the United States.
That's 1%. Wait, we have enough people to have one person represents 1%?
Wait, we have 94 from Canada, 3% from Argentina, and 1% from the States. Now, I'm no math whiz.
But I think we have a lot of listeners.
No, that's percent wise.
Oh.
But we're missing. But we're missing 2%, aren't we?
What if we're at the 2%? What?
They're from Texas.
You can see where they're from?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. Oh, wait. Is this on the Spotify podcast? Okay, we have to figure this out. We need our
Texas.
listeners to find to like hit us up right now because we got to figure this out. This is
Texas.
serious.
Argentina. What
Like,
are you
what is going on?
devices?
It could. What if it's just someone on a?
We have 6%, 60 plus.
We have old people listening to us.
We got boomers in the chat.
Our YouTube's close to dead. Guess how many views our episode 10 got?
1.
Oh yeah, but it says 6 now. They open it up.
Nice. That's big.
It's massive.
All right, let's
end this.
Let's end it.
Let's end it.
All right.
Thank you for listening. Let's tune in to next time where we're exposing Walt Disney.
Don't even say next week. Just next time.
Next time we're exposing Walt Disney.
We'll be in person and we'll have a better time. But
yeah, like come the week of the 4th of September, it'll be in person.
All right. Peace out.
Peace out.
Bye-bye.
Bye.